is this recorded?
Hey, Maja.
Hi.
How are you?
I'm good. Okay, so I'm recording the meeting now. It looks like it's recording, which is good. I'll have to cut it all off. All right, everybody. Welcome to the meeting of Village Poets and California State Poetry Society. Our first topic with this wonderful anthology edited by Carole called Blue and the Blues. So we have some readers from the anthology. I came across this anthology through Katrina Canyon. So therefore I'd like Katrina to be our first open mic reader because she connected us together. And so Aileen, Carole did a great job putting together very nice poems in a very nice book with a cover collage and beautiful blue illustrations about poems about the blues and various poems about the shades of blue. And I'm very happy with this book. So I thought it'd be great to feature the editor as well as the poets from the book in our Village Poets readings. And the second part will be poetry from our California quarterly, the issue I edited. Ambika is waving because she's in it. And Catavella has it also. The Beautiful Butterfly is by our friend Susan Dobey. I'm pretty sure quite a few people have seen this original. It's a huge big butterfly. I have a portrait of this one. So it's really lovely painting, and I thought it'd be suitable for the summer of this year to have something cheerful and happy flittering around like we kind of sometimes do in our poetry world. The Village Poets used to be meeting all the time at Bolton Hall Museum in Tujunga, and quite a few of you have been featured there or involved in their readings. However, we had to go to Zoom mode in recent times. We will be hopefully resuming some in-person meetings in the fall. However, the Zoom is a great format in that it can bring people who are geographically far away, and they can just join together on a Zoom and exchange the ideas and admire the work together. So I think that's a benefit of it. So we'll continue doing those readings. In our in-person readings, we always had this disclaimer that we'd like the poetry to be positive with like PG-13 rating, right? Not too extreme in every way. And some people did take offense to that. The reason we did that was we attended individually various readings when the poetry was practically obscene and or cursing the world to the level that's not appropriate, because the more you curse, the more curses you get back. It's the mirror that hits you in the face. So better not get into the cursing mode too much or else. So I'm just...
You used to have children too come.
Yes,
Some
that's
children
true.
were there, so you were careful about that.
Exactly. So that's
there are lots of venues for everything. Yeah. So
exactly. So now I think we will start from we have 15 people total. So we'll start from maybe 2 open mic readers. Then we'll have the reading from the anthology. I will pass on the mic to the editor of the anthology to direct the flow, so to speak, and then it will be back to me with the poets from the quarterly and then the rest of the open mic readers. So it's so great to have you here. It's nice to be in the garden with Alice Perrault, so it's sitting right next to me. So we're sort of, yeah. And therefore, let's start. Katrina, do you have some 2 poems to start our open mic, to start the reading, because it's thanks to you that we connected. And also you are one of the original #2 poet laureate of Sunland, Tujunga, right? So you were like the senior person in this group who brought all us together and kept poetry alive in the foothills. So Katrina, mic is yours.
Thank you, Maja. And I will always remember when I met you, when you tried for Poet Laureate of Sunland, Tujunga. And I remember falling in love with your work at that point.
Oh, and
it's great to be back. I've missed hearing you read and seeing you, so thank you for that. I will start with a poem called Apollo and Daphne. He fired my desire out of clay and mortar from top to bottom. He breathed into the dark fog of my hair and muttered, "I want you," into my ear. And then he planted kisses along my neckline that sank deep into me like burgundy dahlias. And with the dexterity of Bernini, he molded the soft hills of my breasts until I forgot myself as mother, as daughter, as wife. I forgot myself as human. It was as if I did not exist before his hands touched my skin, as if my creation began with the graze of his fingertips. I discovered myself as flesh, bone, and desire. I did not understand Eve's need for the apple until I felt his lips against mine, until I felt my tongue play with his tongue, until I felt the thickness of him pulsing within me in a rhythm that created my own heartbeat. And just at the moment when I thought there was nothing more spectacular to feel, I discovered ecstasy. It surged out of me like lava and turned away everything I ever knew before that moment. I was left with nothing within me but a solid evergreen. I'm sorry, that was probably too...
Beautiful.
No, it's beautiful. It's beautiful.
That was beautiful.
Oh, thank you.
Summer passion. Very lovely. You want to read another one, Katrina? You have another one to read?
Sure. This one is called Denial. When you and I came together after the first kiss of winter, I felt the essence of you, which endured well below the peripheral foreign existence of my curiosity and yours. Free from empty silhouetted shadows of suspicious memories, my left hand subdued your guard, and you collected me while neglecting my predisposition toward apathy. You remembered to ask me why I held thorned roses in the arch beneath my breasts. You released me from the crying straight into the sky outside your skin. After the calm, you no longer avoided the pain of me. We lived in a forest outside absurdity, where we stood upside down on ceilings, drove on the outside of automobiles with headlights that caressed the dusk over my mountains of fresh feathers. I swam uneven under your frosted rivers before a precise shudder of recalling your wife, before I smoothed my mouth away from the perfume's emotion.
Beautiful.
All right, lovely. Very nice. Very well done. Thank you. So Scott, since you're on the camera, can you read next? You'll be representing California State Poetry Society in the Open to start with.
Okay, I have two haiku, and then I have one tanka. They're all short, so. Bluesman's song, as if he lived every note. Bluesman's growl, in a room full of mirrors, every head nods. And then this tanka, the Blue Skies Girl, was that because we met at an Allman Brothers concert and they were playing that song when we met. So, Blue Skies Girl, do you carry yet a memory of me, as I still do so many years later of you?
Thank you.
Thank you.
Very nice. All right. So now we had the representation of both groups, our Village Poets and California State Poetry Society. So now I think I'll just say a couple words. The anthology has about 20 poets. It's all about the color blue and many interpretations it conjures. Some poets have written about blue as a color. Other poems explore the concept of feeling blue about something. Lastly, we salute the genre of blues music, and it's a tribute to blue in all its glory. And Aileen Carole, or Carole Boyce, whichever name you'd like to use. For editor, I think it's Carole Boyce. For a poet, it's Aileen Carole. She's a founder of the Writers Conrad Poets, which was performing in LA between 1995 and 2005. She formed Pisces Publishing to promote poetry and as other poets wanting to self-publish. She has a performance entity called Blue Poems Productions, and she has various books available. Her website is called Creative Juices, and she obviously loves the blues, as I do. You see me so many times wearing blue. Blue is my color, blue eyes. So Blue and the Blues, and Aileen Carole. Please welcome our feature.
Thank you. Thank you very much, everyone, for joining us for this reading. This has always been my favorite color, and I'm a big poet for themes. And so sometimes a certain aspect of poetry will capture me, and I want to do a book devoted to just that. And so such was the case for Blue and the Blues. James Everett Jones, who I don't know will be with us today, wrote a poem some years ago called Indigo Woman. And ever since that, hearing that poem, I wanted to do a book devoted to blue. So we're going to go in order of the book with the color first, and then feelings, and then the music, and just go in order with whatever poets are able to join us today. So I have 3 short pieces that are the first 3 in the book. Cobalt Love. What is this passion called blue? This affinity for indigo? This cobalt love of sapphire satisfaction for navy dreams that come to me out of topaz twilights? My cerulean consciousness is an aqua attitude, respectful of azure aspirations for blue bliss. This is Ruby's blue. God made blue, and God is magnificent. In the depths of the ocean, on the horizon of a never-ending blue, amazing color, amazing grace. Atlantic blue, Pacific blue, and all the blues in between. My cruise brings me closer to my creator, and I am in awe. I am enamored. I am made to feel small in the middle of God's great big blue ocean. Thank you, God. This is Beyond the Blue. One day I'll fly away into the blue, beyond this brown-green earth where my dreams go unrealized. So I must fly away into the stratosphere where clouds invite my imagination and stars illuminate my wisdom, and the view of all below releases me into my destiny, above earthly confines and limitations, magnificent and empowered, brilliant, surreal, and unencumbered, released into the potential of everything I can be. That's why one day I must fly away.
Very lovely.
Right? Georgia Washington is not with us for The Edge, but we do have Sharon Smith Knight for her poem, Blue.
Hi, everybody.
Hello.
This is, I'm from Detroit originally. And before I moved to California, I didn't know about the Crips and the Bloods and all that stuff and the colors and stuff. One day I passed by someplace and saw this beautiful arrangement of blue. And that's what this poem's about. Blue, like the sky. They blended into the horizon, dressed in the 5th color of the rainbow, blue, like the occasion, blue, like the emotion most are feeling. Another young black or brown man extinguished like a blue flame, snuffed out before he reached his prime. Oh, they'll remember him in his neighborhood. His name will be seen scrawled on buildings and walls all over LA. They'll discuss the grisly details for weeks. So appropriate, the color they chose to represent themselves. blue, like the songs their mamas sang. Blue, like the tears their mamas cry as they bury their sons in the same color they brought him home in. Oh, they're going home again, all dressed in blue. Thank you.
You're muted, Eileen.
Thank you, John. I was saying next up is John Wessick with the Blue Strawberry, and thank you, Sharon.
Thanks. You know, did you ever hear that Radio Lab story about how ancient cultures didn't really see blue or just weren't aware of it until they had a word for it? It's really kind of freaky and interesting. Hard to believe. Anyway, here's my poem. It's called The Blue Strawberry. The blue strawberry of my dreams tastes of sky. It grows by glacier-fed lapis lazuli lakes on the Tibetan plateau. When my tongue touched a plastic food coloring bottle, I did not find the flavor of freedom and expanse, only stained lips, my mother's frantic call to the doctor, and father's nervous pacing. We drove to the Oregon coast and picked wild, sweet strawberries by the aquamarine Pacific. They tasted only of sunsets and sailors' delight. Lured by the ice cream truck's bells, I chased blue raspberry popsicles down steamy August streets. Caught a few, but I never saw one growing on a vine. Blue corn tortillas and huckleberry hot sauce clothe my taste buds in purple robes of royalty. Like a king beset by his ministers, my tongue envies the sky-clad yogi in the square. Thanks.
All right.
Thank you, John. Next up is our host today, Maja Trochimczyk with Aquamarine. And the second one, A Champagne Sunday.
All right. I wrote both poems about going to the beach, Oxnard Beach, Mandalay Beach, really lovely. And I just started enjoying getting into the water. I lived on the coast for 22 years before first getting to swim in the ocean, which is kind of funny. I was too afraid of the ocean. I had a mishap at the coast of Indian Ocean when my son was pulled by the waves and it turned me off trying to touch the waves anyway, except for the toes. Anyway, aquamarine. Lucid, lucent, translucent, waves of the Pacific, jade, turquoise, aqua, sea foam in the air, sea foam on my skin. I dance on the currents, floating with a relentless motion to the shore, to the shore, to the shore. Sea foam on my skin, sea foam in the air. Aphrodite comes up from the ocean, carried on a dazzling shell by dolphins, the wisest of creatures. Lucid, lucent, translucent, fizzy bubbles on my tongue. I swim in a champagne ocean. Salt of the soul, sunshine of vitality. I praise the elemental powers of water, air, wind, earth, fire, always fire, ogień, agni, eternal flames stir the waves into dancing, to the shore, on and on, to the shore, to the shore, to the shore. And then there was a champagne.
Nice, Maya.
Thank you. Those waves in Oxnard, it's pretty big because it's not like a bay. It's the ocean is coming straight from Japan, I guess. So it's pretty nice big waves and the foam quite a lot. So you feel like in a bottle of ocean of champagne. Moonlight, sunlight, moonlight breeze, upside down, half moon in soft blue sky above us. It is already 4 p.m., yet so bright on the smooth, broad expanse of the beach in Oxnard, bright and sparkly, as if the whole world was champagne. We hold hands, jump in the waves of the Pacific, coming, coming, coming at us with sprays of seafoam, salty bitterness of long gone tears that will not return. I swear they will not. Each wave turns into a burst of chilled, refreshing bubbly, enveloping us in sudden saltiness, stronger than a jolt of your sweat dripping onto my lips last night, in our love's endless ocean. The seawater shines with the translucent aquamarine perfection of motion, motion, motion. We float and twirl as effervescent bursts of laughter flow smoothly, easily off our lips that know each other so well, that have known each other for years, ages even. A full-hearted, full-throated laugh of moonlight, of sunlight, of moonlight breeze, upside down half moon, in a soft blue sky above us. Thank you.
Very, very blue. Love it, love it, love it. As I do this next piece by Judy Barat.
Oh, Judy's
Judy,
here.
you got to say the title because I don't want to mess it up.
This is about a place that I had the good fortune to go to in Morocco called Chefchaouen. And it's written from the perspective, the imagined perspective of someone who was one of the founders. This is Chefchaouen, the blue city of Morocco. Oh, how it glows in the morning sun, a jewel of cobalt and indigo, like the wonder of God's sky. Chefchaouen, first a fortress against the Portuguese, then a haven for we refugees, Jews, Moors, conversos, who fled our homes in Spain as the Inquisition threatened to destroy all who did not adhere to the zealots' religious ideals. We found passage across the Strait of Gibraltar, made our way into unfamiliar territory, and built our humble homes, hidden in narrow passageways, behind stairwells, safe in the folds of the magnificent Rif Mountains. And when we were finished, we painted it blue, every wall, every building, every step, all shades of blue, to remind us of the sky and the God who delivered us safe from harm. More than 500 years have passed, and as I look down upon it now, I see that all the different peoples who were so united in their cause live here still, together in peace, which gives me hope for the world. Many of the Jews have gone to Israel, but many remain, free to be in their own way, along with the conversos, the Berbers, and the Muslims, for whom the call to prayer rings out 5 times each day from the mosque on the mountaintop. Yet the true magic of this city lives on, despite the bustle of tourists who will never fully comprehend the plight of the proud people who built it, who arrived and remain here as one. Oh, how it glows beneath the fiery sunset, my beautiful blue city, cobalt and indigo buildings framed by the Siena Mountains against an impossibly blue sky. Chefchaouen, city of salvation, my home.
Thank you very much, Judy.
Thank you.
Lori Klein and Melanice are not here with us today, but Lynn Brown is. She has the next pieces, More Than a Color and Blue.
You have to unmute.
Lynn, you're muted. Maja, can you unmute? Oh, she did. Okay, great.
Can you see it? Do you feel it? Can you hear its call? Listen, open up, welcome it. Blue is present, and it presents itself to you, for you, to use as needed. Let it envelop you. Blue song to soothe you, blue walls to surround and protect you, blue blanket to warm you, blue skies to cheer and comfort you. If you find yourself at the brink of collapse, grab onto blue. It will bolster you and sustain you. Because blue is not just a color, it's music, a mood, a heartbeat. It offers an atmosphere that allows you to choose whatever sustenance you need. Its many hues can handle any request. No need to leave the spectrum. Blue satisfies it all. The next one is entitled Blue. I have known blue all my life. It is my comfort zone, a resting place, a life jacket. My true blue friend. Blue is calm and cool. Blue chases away the blues. I cannot have the blues because of the comfort I feel when surrounded by it. Playing blues is for pure enjoyment. Blue has a restorative property. Reparative blue light kills bacteria. Items purchased solely because it's blue. Not needed, but it is blue. So many hues from baby to midnight. Wedgwood, my favorite. There's a shade for every person. A rich family, deep-rooted indigo, cobalt, sapphire, royal, denim, navy, lapis, cerulean, Wedgwood, cornflower, sky, azure, turquoise, teal, a hue for everyone. I live blue. I speak blue. It is a language you know. I love blue. Thank you.
Wonderful, wonderful. You can tell she has an intimate relationship with the color. One of the neat features of the book was also some haikus that were at the beginning of each of the sections. And Lynn Robert Grice has a haiku on the color blue. Lynn, I saw you. There you are. Great.
I think I'd know how to unmute myself by now. Okay. Have the blues real bad. Been told I look good in blue. Gonna wear a while.
Short and sweet and to the point. Yeah, there's some great haikus in the book, and that is among them. And that one was like a real little trick she had there at the end. So I really particularly like that piece.
And thank you for choosing.
Absolutely.
Thank you.
We're going to move on now to Feeling Blue. And the first poet in that section is James Everett Jones. And as I said earlier, his piece inspired me some years ago. And Maja is holding up the painting that was used. Annie Lee is an artist who has since deceased, but I used this piece. It's called Blue Monday, and it's a woman sitting on the side of the bed on a Monday morning, ready probably to get to work, and she's just not happy about the process of moving on with her day. So I used that piece for the beginning section of Blue in the Blues on Feeling Blue. James Everett Jones with Indigo Woman.
Thank you. Baby, you make my world indigo. I need to know what you got that makes me so blue it's black, like cool ocean black, like 60s R&B black, like soft sable black, like winter midnight black, like Miles Davis black, like I can't see shit black. The kind of blue where you spy the jewels of Orion's belt or set celestial creatures in, men bearing water or fishes bound by a chain or twins or virgins or archers or scorpions. The kind of blue that makes you stay in bed on Monday or dive in the deep end fully clothed or shut your eyes on the freeway. I need to know what you got that makes me burn like ice, like quicksilver on glass, that lifts me on wings of Charlie Parker or makes me crash into rocks while I'm trying to sail straight. I need to know what you got that makes me fight to resist your claim on me, that makes me lightning and ozone, that syncopates my ache and turns me into a 6-foot want. Baby, you make my world indigo. Not just blue, not just royal blue or dark blue, but a deep Stygian blue. The kind of deep blue that kicks my ass. The blue of Sunday morning jazz on Royal and Orleans. The blue of opiate smoke making me fuzz. The blue of spicy woman juju hunching me on all fours, making me bark like the dog I am. I need to know what you got that makes me up my secrets, lay prone on railroad tracks, play in traffic and howl at a full oatmeal moon. That makes me want to get naked and pagan, dance until it rains and jump into volcanoes. That makes me want to tame earthquakes and break commandments. That makes me want to holler, throw up both my hands and call your name over and over in a fever delirium till you show at my door burning sage. Steeping mandrake and yohimbe. Weaving a spell to make me fall glassy-eyed at your feet, subject to your wish. Baby, you are indigo. You are sucrose blue, mythological blue, nasty, furtive blue, curiosity blue, addictive enslavement, anal retentive, obsessive, compulsive, binge, purge, stalking, possessive, put my ass on Prozac blue. You are the color above and below, the color I cannot inhibit, the color that makes me breathe and makes me drown. I want to know you from night blue to day blue, night to day and night till we get our blue on, till we blew our world away, till we blew ourselves out, till I blew your mind, till I'm azure whipped, till we form sects of violets, till the rainbow goes without. Baby, you make my world indigo.
And all I have to say is, damn, baby.
Yeah. That was great, James.
Oh, thank you.
Thank you. Thank you.
Mm-hmm.
Well, our next poet from Texas is not with us today, Loretta Diane Walker, and she had 3 pieces on Feeling Blue. Next in the book is Blues by Danielle Jackson, and Katrina Canyon has consented to read her piece for me. That's my daughter's poem.
We have to go inside because we have a fire now and there's a whole bunch of helicopters flying. So
okay.
For the little disturbance, but it will go. I'm not unplugging or turning it off, just moving. Okay, thank you. Go ahead.
Okay.
Blues. Blues. Yeah. I got the blues. Blues like Billie Holiday, Stormy Monday, Wish It Was Sunday blues. So I searched the colors of my life, trying to find my rainbow. Yellow as the little balls of sunshine plucked from my grandma's lemon tree, red as the blood of my ancestors whose spirit lives in me, giving me courage and strength, green as the Mother Earth in spring, reminding me of fertility and the awesome gift of life, which is part of the cycle of death and rebirth. Blues, yeah. I got the blues. Blues like the midnight sky where I search for the star bright, wish I may, wish I might, until I remember that I can, and so I do.
Thank you. Thank you. I have a short piece about a relationship. It's called True Blue. True Blue, just 2 words that rhyme for you. No implication of honesty, genuine sincerity, or righteous intent. True Blue, 2 words, single syllables, phonetic ease without obligation to honor their definition. No other color is aligned with the concept of verite, but blue means nothing to you, no sense of true. And this is my second blues poem. The blues sing to me day and night, night and day. Don't know why these blues won't go away. Got me an unwilling singer to the tune. It's going around in my head, even when I'm trying to sleep in my bed. Soon I'll be howling like a wolf at the moon. I got the blues, got them bad, feeling alone and sad. So needing to find my soulmate, but no prospect in sight. Not even a date for Friday or Saturday night. The thought of spending the rest of my days filling my life with only family and friends and my own solitary company, me, myself, and I, well, it just makes me blue. All right. Lori Hayes is not with us for Teardrops on a Blue Moon. It's a beautiful piece. The next section is the music, the blues. And I had the fortune to come across an artist online. His name is Hancock. He actually lives in the United Kingdom. I've contacted him about using his piece for the section on music, since I think B.B. King's sort of synonymous with blues. And he kindly consented and said, only if you let me buy 3 copies as well. So we're going to have Sharon Smith Knight sing, not sing, but recite her poem about the blues and song.
Oh. Okay, which one am I doing? Other Women Blues?
Both of the ones that are in blues music, yes.
Okay. If you use your imagination, you can hear the blues in this poem. She tried controlling by withholding. He was hot, she was cold. She thought that if she played hard to get like she'd done before, he would realize he needed her and it would make him want her more. He volunteered for overtime to avoid rejection. She checked his phone, his pants, his wallet, and his dresser drawers, and nothing escaped her inspection. She had no idea what she was about to lose. Too bad she couldn't see that too soon she would be singing those low down dirty, some chick got my baby, other woman blue. She found notes in his pocket and money was missing. The lipstick on his collar asked who's he been kissing. He started staying out late, taking weekend trips, avoided those fights and those Freudian slips. She didn't realize that when she pushed him away, that it would have the opposite effect and he'd be gone to stay. She finally learned that he was no longer hers to lose. And she found herself singing those low down dirty, some chick got my baby, other woman blues. She had held the winning hand, but never played her ace. She learned that there were 20 women waiting just to take her place. They haven't been together for what seems like a million years. And she's all alone, crying those low down dirty, some chick got my baby, other woman tears. She learned not to ever let her man leave in need. And chances are he'd still be hers indeed. She won't be too proud to let him know how miserable she would be if he should go. So she tells her friends to tell their men, if he's important enough for them not to lose, they'll be singing those low down dirty, some chick got my baby, other woman blue. Thank you. When I was living in Tulsa, Oklahoma, I got a chance to, let's see what page is that on, 44? I got a chance to visit a place I'd never been before. And that was like a juke joint that people went to hear the blues every weekend. And they'd never seen a poet come to that before. So I got a chance to do some poetry and enjoy the blues. And this was in Renniesville, the mecca of the down home blues. It's like being transported back to a juke joint of the 20s, complete with wooden floors and hard seats. Not fancy, just functional. The band starts at 8, so please be punctual. When DC and Selby play and sing, you'll clap your hands and pat your feet. You may be inspired to get up out of your seat when Bob Pacemaker Newham keeps the beat. His drums are sweet. Blues lovers always ask for more, and down-home blues are what they're asking for. From dusk to dawn, they sing the joy and sadness of our cultural core. Occasional keyboards, but always guitars, bass, and drums. But it sounds like so much more. Many of the not so nimble take a chance to get on that wooden floor and dance. And even when it's time to go, they stay because they love blues music so. So folks drive 100 miles to see DC Milner smile. As he sings Don't Let Him Ride or Shade Tree Mechanic for a group who refuse to stay home on the first Saturday from 8 until, you'll find them in Renniesville, where life's stress and tension are the only thing you lose. In Renniesville, Oklahoma, the mecca of the down-home blues.
Sharon, I think it was you that introduced me to my first blues concert in North Hollywood, an outdoor blues festival in Toluca Lake or Van Nuys area. I've never forgotten it. All right, Katrina's going to read 2 more poems from that section. They are some pieces by Valerie Ayers Wallach. She's in Los Angeles and unable to join us today, but thank you to Katrina for sharing these 2 pieces of hers for us.
The first one is called Passion Butterfly for Lala. Her jazz lands softly, passion of butterflies, nothing near rhythm and blues, that fashion wings from bulky love. You are brave to dress up in his voice, flirt with bebop, as if you have none of the soul your daddy gave you, none of his blues. Your voice fervently sings otherwise. So the next one is called No Blues Grown Here. Pop Pop walked barefoot all seasons, feeling Mother's earth rhythm through his lamb's leather soles, her pulse beating through fingertips, birthing, healing hands, cultivating love, a flourishing herb garden, bottled shine from the cornfield, cured all ailments, produced high-spirited songs that kept the blues at bay.
Thank you. Thank you very much. We're getting close to the end, and I want to make sure that there's enough time for your quarterly reading. I'll share 2 pieces that are from the blues section, and then Judy Barat will close us out with her poem, which is titled I Can't Sing the Blues. All right, this piece is called Sad Song Blues. Sad, sad songs sung on stages in smoke-filled rooms by Bessie and Billy and Nina Simone. Love gone, man gone, songs saddened and all alone. Blues songs, every shade of pain, crying deep heartache blues, sung on Friday and Saturday nights in juke joints and off-Broadway clubs, in the New Orleans Bayou and Chicago downtown. Always smoke-filled rooms, sung to sad, sad audiences, feeling pain as they drown in bourbon or beer. Different sad song, same sad, sad blues. Little historical piece called Black Folks Blues. Blues will sing to you at night, but will be with you come morning too, 'cause your life is still the same and life ain't fair. Not for Black folks in the 20s, 30s, 40s and 50s too. Blues like bending over picking cotton days. Not Billy, who sang of strange fruit on southern trees, and Ma Rainey, who just wanted to sing her song her way. Bessie sang the frustrations of a whole generation, and Jelly Roll Morton, though a talented composer, fell out of the limelight and was depression poor. Howling Wolf wailed those sad harmonica blues while muddy waters rained down Delta's beatitude. Poor Etta J. She felt those white daddy rejection blues. No matter her fame, his black dalliance was a shame. Nobody knows the trouble I've seen. Nobody knows, but he knows my sorrow. Mahalia sings pain and redemption, maybe by and maybe up yonder. Soon it will be done, the trouble of the world. No more weeping and a wailing. Black folks picking cotton, doing other folks' laundry, cycling other women's babies, cleaning and cooking, just trying to be a man, striving to get ahead. We've been singing the blues a long, long time, and everybody knows Nina Simone and her Mississippi goddamn blues. All right. We had some other Texas poets who are not here today, Terry Jude Miller and J. Todd Hawkins. But again, if you're able to get a copy of our book, you can contact me or Maja later. The book costs $12. Actually, the poets printed up as many as they wanted for their friends, so there are few copies left. I am going to talk to the printer next week and see if we can do another short run. So let's have Judy close us out.
Okay, this is I Can't Sing the Blues. When some folks are sad, they sing about it. I would do that, but I doubt it would have the same effect as those who have melodious voices to describe their woes in words and stories that are so direct and honest, they demand respect. Their tales of hurt, their plaintive tone, the heartbreak of being left alone. For instance, Jane is as blue as she can be. Her man has gone away. He's left her for someone new. She can't face another day. So she sings about her heartache, wonders what she's going to do. The music comes from deep inside and helps her to get through. Or perhaps John's blue because he's lost his job, can't survive without his pay. He never saved to make the rent, just lived from day to day. So he sings about his trouble and decries his injured pride, and the woman he loves just told him she will never be his bride. Oh, it fills my heart to hear the words these blues singers define. Hell, it almost makes me wish the pain they feel is mine. Now, I'm not broke or brokenhearted. I've got a job. No one's departed. My rent is paid. My car runs well. I'm not in debt. My life is swell. My kids are grown and doing great. I've got my health and a decent mate. Well, working on that. But I've got the blues, and I'll tell you why. If I could have just one more thing, to sing is what I'd choose. See, I can't sing to save my soul. I got the I can't sing the blues blues. Listen, I'll show you. I've got the I can't sing the blues blues. I got the I can't sing the blues blues. I can't sing, I can't sing. I've got the I can't sing the blues blues.
All right, thank you very much. And what a great anthology it is. I really love it, and so enjoyable, such great diversity and so masterfully put together. So yes, indeed, enjoy the blue and the blues and all the poets in the anthology. Thank you very much one more time. Big round of applause. If we were in person, we'll be clapping. Now we can wave and really appreciate this great work. I'm very happy to be a part of this project. And that we could present it here for Village Poets. Now, the second part, I decided to do little readings from the California Quarterly, which has poets from all over the place. Therefore, very few people show up for the reading. So the only ones on this reading, I think, are from our Village Poets regulars, which is Jackie Chow, Scott Galasso, Cathabella, Ambika, and myself are in this issue of the California Quarterly. But before we get to the Quarterly, I'd like to have maybe 2 open mic readers. So I'll ask Alice Perrault, who's right next to me, and then Boris Thatch, who is sitting in his house both representing California State Poetry Society. Alice is our wonderful chair of monthly contest, and she did a great job picking the poets and administering the contest. So I'm really grateful for her help. And Bori is our newest editor of the California Quarterly. We did a reading from his issue last month. So let's start from Alice and
Hi,
then
everyone.
go to Bori.
So, Living Forever. This is very different from the blues, so it'll be a contrast. Living forever is difficult when you are a blonde housewife wearing pearls, pushing a vacuum cleaner. The dust could blow up accidentally and cloud your vision. Your perfume might wear off, even when imagined by the children watching you on a thin screen 25 years from now. Living forever is difficult when you are a cute kid in posing for a diaper ad. Although you are sure this has happened before, they are applying powder and paint, annoying your eyes with light and attacking your ears with cooing noises. Being cute could affect your judgment. Living forever is difficult when you are a beautiful actress with a perfect figure and exquisite white teeth, playing a model part on a syndicated sitcom. Although your glow will last in Technicolor, your wisdom might be limited by shades of lipstick. Living forever is difficult when you have an obsession with bodily slenderness and you weigh your existence on bathroom scales. You'll prove yourself dead in your clothes closet. Measure your life with a tape measure. Breathlessness moves your pictures into a certain set pattern, preserved only as long as the film. I don't know if anybody got that. It was so different from the blues poem. They were like, oh, what's this? Okay, I'll read something else.
It's gorgeous, Alice.
Thank you.
Very unique. Thank you.
Thank you, Amika. Well, you know, we live near Hollywood, so avoiding static. If you jump high on a dare, you can land smack on a dime, a spot that yawned past an ocean of static. If you don't wiggle, you can dream yourself onto an island smaller than the head of a pin, noise left roaring in the ears of sharks. Here, palms wave in the air. You breathe alive, not to soar or flaunt, just enough to make a smile float. Duration? A flip, a short flute note, a brush stroke. How long is silence? The time it takes to paste a picture on the empty sky, stitch a quilt into a cloud, or make the coming noise joyful.
Thank you. Okay. Thank you very much. That was great. Now, we'd like to have Bori. Do you have something for us to read? Unmute yourself. You're still muted. Bori Thatch. Bori. Oh, there you are.
Hello.
Okay.
How's everyone doing?
It's fine, Bori. How are you?
I'm good. Usually I'm over there hanging out with Maya and Alice, but today I'm at home. So I would like to read. I have two poems. I'm working on another collaboration with Cindy Rini, and I read this poem at her, her art opening about a few weeks ago. I just got back from traveling and seeing different states that I haven't been to yet. But it was nice because I got to see a lot of my old friends. So it's good to see you guys again too. And now I'm back to poetry again. So this one is I titled it The Journey. Falling into the eternal cycle, perhaps the consequence is separation. The blue tranquility of a sea wave unlocked the sky's destiny. Blood becomes ink on the page. Sparkling scales cover your body. You swim upstream, the waterfall staircase, to reach me. I pick you up with one hand, only to let you go in the other. A spring moon in autumn, birth annihilation complete. Without you, the running stream pulls me away. I can't deny your heartbeat. And this other one is kind of related to the last poem, but it's about the character that's in the book. It's really his story because he's kind of the child that the character of the nomad and the wanderer, they left a child in the previous book, so now they're revisiting him and kind of watching over him as like parents would normally do. But in this case, we can't really intervene with his journey and his evolution. So this one is titled Predestination. High above the immortal realm, I watch your every breath. You dwell under rainforest oceans. Your thundering voice awakens the past and unknown futures. Sky-wide galaxies surround all the different worlds and heavens. A lonely seclusion. Sparkling scale feathers navigate dense foliage. Mesmerizing fish continues to swim through the growing thorns. Dragon pearls come from the mermaid's tears. Thank you.
Thank you very much. Okay, very good. It's pretty loud in my house. The helicopters are flying above and the house is shaking from time to time. So if you're disturbed, that's how it is. We have a blues of a fire. It seems to be nearby because
It's in Shadow Hills.
Shadow
It's on-
Hills?
Yeah,
Oh,
it's
you
on
already
a
checked?
rim. That-
Oh,
I
already
got to
checked.
know,
Okay.
yeah.
Yes, living at the edge of a forest always has some kind of a blues
It will be
attached to
out
it.
soon.
Yeah,
They're
they're
very
working.
good at putting it out.
They
They're
work
getting
really
very
hard.
good at it.
Anyway, so for the California Quarterly, that's issue number 2 of this year, and it's the summer issue with the beautiful butterfly, as I mentioned before. I like to pick a little theme and then go away from it because I picked the best poems from the submissions. So this time in my note, I wrote mother, the same word in many languages, the first syllable of a baby, the easiest to pronounce. Ma, man, mater, amma, mutter, mathir, modir, moder, madre, motina, mer, maiko, maika, me, mama, and mama. So these languages from Sanskrit through Zulu, Swahili, Thai, Portuguese, all the different languages have mother in them. Most of these languages are Indo-European, but even the Chinese are not free of the omnipresent as in mukin or mama. We have one translation in this volume from Chinese by Yun Wang from an ancient Li Bai poem from the 8th century. We also have translation from Italian by Margaret saying, people who speak multiple languages gain insights into multiple cultures and are really blessed. They are able to recognize the essential human unity in a delightful diversity of nations and cultures. While editing the California Quarterly, I like finding shared themes among submissions that bind poems with a common thread. This time I found mothers, daughters, the joy and loss of childhood, but also solitude, pain, resilience, the earth, Gaia, our mother, teeming with life, and the wings of the butterfly that came out of a humble, hungry caterpillar crawling in the dirt. A lovely butterfly graces the cover in a joyous image by Hungarian-American painter Susan Dobay. Back in 1956, she escaped from Hungary after the Soviet crackdown on the nation longing for its freedom. As long as communist repressions, violence, and wars continue, refugees will stream out of lands of totalitarian oppression, searching for countries of peace and freedom. Are any such countries left on this planet? Is there anywhere to escape to? Our escape as poets has always been internal, the world of poetry and imagination, the world created by our words, our visions that have become a shared reality in this California Quarterly. So this is my little introduction. And before we go to the first poet, Jackie, I thought I would read one poem about a child point of view and one poem, the translation by Yun Wang. So Jar of Flowers was written by Daniel Blackstone from Springfield, Illinois. Jar of Flowers. Toddler, you snatched a feast of daisies, violets, and weeds, shot straight for me, your head first wanting to share sprint, just missing a puddle, rake, and honeybee. You shoved head-spinning scents under my nose, smells that slid inside like spirits, pulled me barefoot out of my body to somersault in summer fields, climb ladybug-sprinkled hills, a daddy longlegs trapped in my hands, memories of dreaming eye to eye with caterpillars and snails. At supper, your flowers floated at the center of the family, drooping over melon and corn, your smile brighter than any bloom I've ever known. It's really nice. I like this image of picking wildflowers, bringing them home. I've done it quite a lot as a child, so I guess it appealed to me. And the second poem is by Li Bai, written in 738. I will not try even to figure out how the Chinese would have sounded. I just have a translation by Yun Wang. Seeing of a Friend. Verdant mountains confront the north rampart. A white river wraps around the east city. This is where we part to launch a lone fleabane head for 10,000 miles. Drifting clouds evoke roaming travelers. Sunset lingers to share old friends' sentiments. Now you wave goodbye and leave. Your horse neighs at me again and again. I particularly dislike farewells. They're like little deaths to me when you leave somewhere and you know you'll never go back. So this was the beginning of the California Quarterly, and let's go to Jackie. Jackie, it's your turn now.
Okay, thank you, Maya. I'm so happy to be here. My poem is called Childhood Predictions of Future Success. If I could turn back time, I would have sung a song that day when I was 8 at the karaoke, like my mother told me to. Instead, I fled and hid behind a chair, my impulse labeled by mom as shy and indifferent, dooming me to a lifetime of schoolgirl mediocrity. Till this day, I wonder what would have happened if I had gotten on that stage and performed. Would I have been discovered by some mogul to star in movies, grown up a different person, outgoing and success-oriented, a gem in my mother's eyes? Thank you.
Thank you very much. That's very nice. I think that Scott Galasso, who has a couple poems in the book. Scott, you should just read all of them at once, I think, would be, instead of skipping around, because we have poets present. Okay, thank you.
All right. This first one is Taka. Family album. Bear hugging uncles, cheek pinching aunts. I hear their laughter again. Remember their tallest tales. And this poem is called Gypsy Wind. This is not a summer breeze. Grazing skin, tousling baby's fine head of hair. Nor is it breath slewing dew from sunflowers or beads of rain on orange lantana. It does not inspire lullabies, freshening air, whisper soliloquies, or promise sleep to troubled minds. No, this is wind, fulsome, moaning, rapacious to leaves, whipping sand, winnowing stalks of corn, cracking branches, cleaving nests from trees. This is a brawling wind, whitening waves, blackening clouds, scoring chips of paint from old wooden barns, snapping flags like towels, powering weather vanes whirling madness, prompting plate shifts, birthing tsunamis. This is a universe reshaping itself.
Ooh, wow.
And this last poem, thank you. And this last poem is called Grace Notes. It's a little bit different than the wind. Grace Notes. Hillside wind stirs lacy leaves of pepper trees. Small birds flutter in branches. A lizard navigates red brick, slightly uneven as all things man-made. And we sip purple plum wine, inhaling notes of earth, subtle spice I cannot place but know. Tasting cherries, chocolate, a hint of cassis. And I crave nothing, need less. Watching falcons glide under white clouds, blue skies, over harvest time vineyards, till my fingers touch hers reflexively. This woman loved for 40 years, and I savor the wondrous now. Thank you.
Thank you very much. This is really lovely.
Wonderful.
Thank you. So the next poet in the book is actually Casabella. So Casabella, it'll be your turn. Okay.
Yes. Do you want me to read the poems in the book? I also have some blue poems I could read at the end, but if you want me to read what's in the book, I will.
Read in the book and then read the blue one too. So
Okay. All right. The first one in the book is called Figures. And it does have a subtle blueness. I'm very moved by your blue. Figures on shore, and Rick is playing a blue flute, by the way. See?
Blue,
Yeah.
blue in part.
Aw.
It's a Native American flute of an old style from mid 19th century Mojave Desert people.
Figures on shore between waves. My shadow has become a bird about to take flight. The sun sinks a mirror in the sea. We do not jump through tumbleweed hoops, but take its radiant path to walk on water. I am the earth, a seabird poised on one foot, rusting through. Now only my dreams can fly. Storyteller, your listeners in their own dream worlds. You tell the tale of a wave about to break.
Nice. Very nice.
The next one is called Mother's Way. So it really does go into Maya's theme. And also my mother, who died 5 years ago at 95, very vibrant. Her color was blue. And when she was 45, my dad left her. And from that day, so 50 years, she wore only blue. So I have probably hundreds of blue poems because of that. But this one is implicitly blue. Mother's Way. What would my angel mother think of our current plight? You're doing wonderful, she'd say. A brush of wings, remover of obstacles, eye of the pyramid, lily of the Nile. She was born on the Nile. So I have two. I don't know if that's too much, Maya, 2 blue poems or
Go.
what. I have one more current and then one.
Go for it. Yes.
Okay. This one is called Her Blue Room. It's a Tonka sequence on my mother, her blue room. She lived in a snow globe with a small giraffe. My little mother dressed in blue. I collect driftwood on another shore. She dropped in the deep from the yacht of her mind. Little blue lifeboats curled around the foot of the giraffe in my mother's room. Was it a cougar? The quiet imminence I felt. Near the end, my mother swam in circles, working hard to spin the globe herself. Painted nothing but blue. Her heart of gold and standing stone, wise woman, a blue egg breaks on the western sky. Top shelf in our room, tightly sealed in a silver urn, my mother's secret. Her bones are blue.
Bravo. Thank you. Thank you very much. So now I think we should move on to the next poet from the book. We'll have Ambika Talwar, and after Ambika, I and Alice Perra will read a couple more poems from the book, and we'll go to the open mic. We have Dorothy and Pam and Mira for open mic still with us. So they've been patient.
Thank you, Maya.
Ambika,
Thank
there
you.
are.
Hi, Maya. Congratulations. So if it's okay with you, I'd like to read one of the ones in this collection. And I did not know about the blue anthology, otherwise I'd have sent it, but I'd like to read one blue poem. Is that okay?
Absolutely.
Which one would you like first, Maya?
Let's go with the anthology first.
Okay, so I'm going to read Flight of Longing. Flight of Longing. And if you all feel like moving to what I say with your eyes closed, that would be divine as well.
Mm-hmm.
And in my dance, I am in flight. My clavicles curve to lift awning of wings, high, higher, circling around a singular point. Each to each, they lift, trembling as though sky aches for my wings to bring me closer. Air textured by refined longing, hold me freely in Brahmaloka, and my breath. As I return, for so I am bidden, all my insides reveal illumined pearls where nerves intersect. Each cell a luminary of possibilities, endless as your gaze. Your pupils widen like cosmic night. I enfold my arms, petal by petal, feather by feather, intricate mantle of grace. Even now, my eyes filled with wonder are, I melt in myriad ways, ancient tones, a layered hum, weave of space tricked into light. One becomes the many. Eyes close a portal to a trillion universes. Let the world genuflect, open its heart. Let the world genuflect, open its heart.
Very nice.
Thank you.
So let's gonna read. You want to read the second poem now, or should we finish the quarterly first? What do you think?
Let me read my blue whalings now. This is part of my whole rainbow poems. I wrote them in, Vib Cure. So this is the blue one. It's called Blue Whalings. Blue, silent, stretching spaces, covering the walls of anguish with its keen callings. The wings of the bluebird settling on a branch field against once blue skies, now muddy beyond repair, and we waiting for manna. Blueberries, manganese, cobalt, one parent of purple, merging into greatness. Blue, sing Tristan, tragic notes blend in waters where we step to wash our toes, digging deep in sands. Blue with cold, old woes creep in like a nasty flu. It feels blue, blue angst, blue blood, blue riders, blue gods, the song of flutes, trombones, deep gut songs, blue shadows of longing. Peacock blue rimmed with gold, eyes shining like lakes, turquoise in deserts, aquamarine pools in lovers' eyes, navy in twilight seas grabbed with light, blue moon reflected in fluted melodies at dawn, at dusk, blue moon like love happening once and again, liquid, limpid, blue, soft satin down, blue, blue, your heart is true, you are blue, the mirror of my life, electric blue.
Brilliant.
Very, very blue, intense.
Really beautifully read. Oh my
very
God,
nicely.
that's gorgeous.
Okay, so let's read a couple more poems from the anthology. Let's start with something that has blue in it, which we have. You have a blue in a beach poem, I think. Yeah, Low Tide.
Okay, Marilyn Robertson, Fenton, California. Low tide. I like the moreness of time at low tide. Time for a stretch, a sigh, time for nothing perfect. A sandcastle maybe, or not even that. Just a happiness of sand, a blue bucket, orange peels in a wobbly pile. The nearness of far away, the sparkle of here and now.
I think she's a very fine poet. She's often submitting by mail to our quarterly. I read a poem called Sunset by Gary Davis, and I will end the quarterly with poem To a Mother by Susan Rogers. So there'll be two more poems from the quarterly, and then we'll move on to the open mic, Dorothy, Pam, and Mira to end the reading. Sunset. Alone on trails that wind along the bluffs above the endless skein of waves among the Torrey pines at end of day, I love the solitude as if the world were young and I, its feral child, green and nurtured in the confessional of its ravines. Now, as the sun sinks low, the vibrant air quickens, rising off the rolling sea, and lights a burning pink and golden fire, the sky cerulean and cobalt blue. And I can hear the earth in splendor murmur, this sunset is the truth I offer you. And exhale softly, turning to the night, just as a prescient sun drops out of sight. Gary Davis from Del Mar, California. I think that's a really lovely poem. And let's end the issue which had the mothers as a theme with To a Mother by Susan Rogers from California. I wish for you a river of light to keep you moving in a current of peace. I wish you the quiet of Tai Chi. I wish for you a baby's bright laugh, peals and squeals of welcome cries, filling your home with sweet release. I wish you the music of grandchildren. I wish for you a garden of love blooming with roses, fresh vegetables, trees. I wish you a happy marriage. I wish for you a circle of smiles in a circle of faces, familiar like sunshine on afternoon teas. I wish you the warmth of friendship. I wish for you the chance to right wrongs, lift spirits of those who are down, reach out to someone who needs. I wish you the heart of service. I wish for you good health, thoughts, acts, words, a life sung with blessing, lit with joys that never cease. I wish for you a feast of gratitude. So it was a prayer and a blessing in a way, which resonated with me very much because I'm expecting two granddaughters to arrive on September 4th and 5th, respectively. My daughter and my daughter-in-law are both very close to the finish line. So then we have more mothers in the world and more babies to laugh and squeal in delight.
Can you imagine if both came on the same day at the same time?
They're due on the 4th and 5th. So we'll see when they come. I think my daughter-in-law, my son's daughter will be first because it kind of looks that way, but we don't know until it happens, right?
Yeah.
All right, so that was the California Quarterly. Please consider submitting to the Quarterly. On submittable.com, we get about 600 poems per issue, so it's very busy, but we pick good poems and we try to make it as nice of a quarterly as possible in terms of really top quality poetry that flows seamlessly and really takes you on a journey of a lifetime. All right, we have three more poets that we journey with us. Oh, there's Jean also, his sleeve. So let's hear from our open mic. We have half an hour to the end of this reading, so we have some time. So let's start with Dorothy Skiles. Please, Dorothy. Oops. Dorothy, you are muted. You have to unmute. Let me unmute you. Ask to unmute. Okay. Okay. Are you unmuted? Not yet. Still muted.
There.
Oh, there you are. Good.
Okay. This is a poem about one of my granddaughters, Marie Genevieve Skiles. And we had a reunion with my grandchildren and my two sons and their wives in July. Mid-morning, my 7-year-old granddaughter and I walk along Cambria shore. Our feet leave imprints in the wet sand. I look for signs of high tide due to arrive in the late afternoon, while Marie and her two brothers, one older, one younger, frolic along the seashore, building castles, digging for seashells, collecting stones. Their future lies beyond the shoreline, beyond what my eyes can see, beyond what my mind can imagine. This is a blue poem. My mother always wore blue. She wore blue, she wore black, but those two colors were predominant. And this is a poem about that. You see, it's called It's called Navy Blue Skirt. On a day like this, with nothing in the way but blue sky and memories of my mama's navy blue skirt blowing in the wind while she hung the white cotton sheets out to dry. I'd get lost between the sheets and daddy's boxer shorts smelling of Tide. She calmed my panic once I found her and buried my head in her navy blue skirt.
Thank you.
Thank you, welcome.
Very lovely. Okay, now we have Pam Shea. Pam, let's hear from you. Oh, John.
Here it is.
Oh.
It's still not unmuted.
Oh, here. Okay.
Okay.
Am I on, Maya?
Yes, yes, we can hear you. It's very good.
Okay. I had to unmute. Well, this one has to do with blue and my father. So this is called Lake Tahoe Vacations. Beneath Mauve Mountains, clear blue lake waters flow, the color of my father's eyes and mine too. Emotions rise from depths, rippling, spilling down cheeks. Early morning risings to water ski on azure or transverse across snow. I share these memories with my son, whose eyes are blue too. Cycles swirl like the seasons. And then in tribute to my mother, since there was kind of a family theme going here, I will read one I wrote for my mother. This is called Garden Visit. Memories surface like lotus rising from depths. I hear mother speak from majestic pagoda. Her great grandson hears. Teardrops kiss koi in the pond. Unending circles ripple beyond time and space. Emotions rise from dark heart depths. A koi leaps on the surface of the water.
Thank you very much. Very nice. Okay, so now we have Mira. There you are, Mira Matarich. So I'm asking Mira to unmute.
Yes.
One poem.
All right, Mira, here you go.
My secret sin, it was his hair, a pair of dark eyes kept to stare while I looked at my nails and mother's ring, hoping it might bring a good future and better luck. My mother is a man hater. Why, when my father is a woman lover? Those with blonde hair and green eyes. Nice. I don't feel I fit here. Where do I go? I could move out somewhere closer, and when my time comes, have my own family. I love babies for no reason, and suddenly my eyes tear. It starts raining. I start rolling down the slope, and behind me feels someone hoping to hold me. It is hard to stop. I fear wounds, my eyes tear, while we roll down to the corner with a nice big home. Thank God, a man takes keys to open the door. Ooh, oh, this gentleman with dark eyes smiles on both sides. What a strange stop. Half my leg hurts. I squeeze my heart and it's bleeding. I may die. He helps me climb the stairs and puts me into his bed. Calls the family, the doctor, and finds out heart attacks are fatal. Oh no, what about family, babies? The parents now feel guilty and will do all to find help. We yelp because of the same sin, but it is late, too late. It must be our fate, destiny for sure. Nobody even dreamed to elope when rolling down the slope. All decent humans, life better than death. Sins forgotten, now take a deep breath and start anew.
She has one more, that's okay.
Okay, one more from Mira, and that will be the end of our reading.
Yeah, nothing from me. Go, Mira.
Fantastic forms. Oh, what a beauty, he said, looking into the sky. What do you mean, my brother? That airplanes look so sleek and smooth. Milan, because an engineer became of airplanes, not flying any of them, but deciding and improving for more than 34 years with Cessna aircraft, never missing a detail as an aeronautical engineer. His love for deep blue skies on nice days, far above the thunderstorms on others. Flying machines were always his first love, his baby, the citation too. She carried him to the end of life, fulfilled his dreams, and let him rest in peace, now flying extra high. He died high, and death was some almost unknown disease, not known anywhere, be fair. All other people at home and hospitals all went through a tunnel of sadness and stress. He played to the highest age of 81 in Wichita, Kansas. He left behind his wife, 2 daughters, while they all slept, looking along like sick. Nobody knows the name, reasons, doctors, anyone. No difference. We're still playing and flying high or high, beautiful skies for any price.
Thank you very much, Mira, all the poets that survived to the end. So thank you for your long distance endurance on this reading, and we will meet about a month. I don't have any specific plans. So thank you one more time. You saw in the margins there's some information on our books. Go to chat before I close it to have a look at the links, how to find the Blue and the Blues Anthology, how to find books by John Wesick, who has some interesting links in his post. And remember, submittable, look for California State Poetry Society or California Quarterly, and that's it. And I think Alice has another ad.
Yes, I would love to have more submissions for the monthly contest. We get the poems published. They're published in the blog once or twice?
Once.
Once.
And then in the poetry letter.
And then also in the poetry letter. So that's actually 2 publications for the winning poems. There's also a small cash prize for the first prize winner. And you can find which are the themes on the website. Just go to the website or to the blog. The difference between the website and the blog is .com or .org, but it's California State Poetry Society.com or .org, and you can find the guidelines and the monthly themes. So I hope everybody will submit. I'm always looking for good poems, so you might be lucky.
Exactly. So thank you one more time to everybody who stayed until the end, and hopefully we'll add some more names to our monthly reading list because I think a couple people expressed interest in the comments that they'd like to be added and receive notifications. So I'll forward those emails to Dorothy so we can have more people joining us. And I really appreciate everybody's talents and community spirit in joining us. It's way better in person. On the other hand, it's so far away sometimes. It's way better on Zoom. So you have to pick your blessings and enjoy what you have. So thank you one more time and goodbye, and we'll see you next
Thank you.
time.
Don't cancel away, don't cancel away. Where did Maya go? Mira, please check your direct message. Mira.
Thank you.
I'm not turning it off. I'm just turning off the recording, I think.
Yeah.
Stop recording.